Monday morning blues. The city life is getting me down, but I have to make it across town.
My name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, on our board here, we have our discussion from the last several meetings. And this was the last one, last video, and I'll reference it up here. So if you would like, you can refresh your memory or see it for the first time. And we're going to move on from here, from this topic, and we're going to change our model, and we're going to talk about something else that is very profound. But for right now, as a little review, our topic last week was it's magic. You exist as nothing but my creation. Now this is kind of, we are having hot cinnamon spice tea in apple cider. It's the end of October here. The leaves have changed. We're getting a little rain. All of the leaves are falling off the trees. It's getting colder in the morning and in the early afternoon. And this spice tea is quite nice. Now, the whole gist of this model is that you, from this infinite field of everything, create your world. And this person is part of this person's infinite field of everything. So he is absorbing through his senses all of the information that is out here. And from that information, he is rendering his world. That information is filtered and sorted through his belief system, and the world that he creates out here, I show it in like in the back of the head, and here's your conscious mind absorbing and looking at the world that you create through your subconscious mind. And this guy here is his representation or his creation of what he thinks this other person is. And of course the other person is doing the same thing. So when he looks, when he moves into the infinite field of everything and comes in contact or experience with his buddy over here, this inside picture, this inside creation will match up with this energy, so that if he reaches out and grabs his nose, it will feel like a nose. But it won't be his nose. It will be this nose. Because this is all he knows of this person. And you do the same thing with everybody in your life. You see nothing as it is. You can only see it as your unique interpretation. That's part of the illusion, because you believe you're seeing him or her, and you're not. You're seeing your interpretation of the information that you receive from whatever is out here. Now, it's just not my creation of you. You exist as nothing but my creation. everything exists as nothing but your creation. But in the egoic world, the illusionary world, we think everything is separate, everything, I can touch him, I can touch his nose. That's part of the illusion. You never touch him. You never see him, and you never see me. You only see, and you can only see, your interpretation of me as related to the information that is given to you from your senses. And so that was last couple of videos, and now we're going to go on to something exciting. And this is our subject for today. And let me read it. I'll read it off of here because I managed to get it all on the board. The truth about free will. You have none. You have none. Oh, now the ego, your ego, is going to jump right up and say, well, what do you mean? I'm a human being. I have free will. I can do what I want when I want it, and that is well, it's not the truth. So we're going to take a look at this free will a little differently. Which I'm in good company because all philosophers and scientists, religious, all talk about this. They say, oh, we got it. Well, let us take a look at free will. Now, in the description, I have quite a little bit about it, references to look at, so you can do that. But on the board, I have a few things that maybe we can start with. Over here, on this side, this is where we need to start. And in the description, I started like this. In the beginning of the description, I say, wait a minute. What do you mean I don't have free will? I'm a human being. Doesn't that mean I have free will? Well, yes and no. You don't have free will. Over here, in the beginning, is consciousness. See? Consciousness is all there is. I couldn't see because I pictured it as an infinite ocean with no sides and no bottom and no top. And you're a fish in that ocean. So I use the traditional sign of infinity to represent that. And it's consciousness. And you, here's you, as a fish in this infinite sea. And this infinite sea is intimately connected to you. Without the ocean, consciousness, no fish. No fish, no you. So there's an intimate relationship here. Without the ocean, you can't be. At least as a fish. Now, there's no holes in infinity. There's no place where infinity is not, which means there's no place consciousness is not. So that's the ocean. Now, if we change the metaphor and look at the body, see, right in the center is the body, and you can picture yourself as this little body sitting here. And I put some hair on it, so you know I'm not talking about me. In there, in your body, all your systems are intimately connected. They wouldn't be there if there wasn't a purpose for them. And all of the systems are interactive. There's not one system that stands by itself. Now, in the egoic world, we think, well, everything is separate. Nothing is connected. It's all, I can do what I want. We think of free will as kind of a laissez-faire relationship with those around us, that I can just do what I want anytime I want, and it's my free will. Now, if you look at the egoic world, you can't even cross the street unless you know where to cross. You can't even drive your car unless you obey certain laws. You can't even go to the bathroom unless you use certain cultural norms. On every move you make, every step you take, you are inside of a system, and you're moving within that system, and you have no free will. Everything is interconnected. For you to go to the... Now, who is your partner? If you think of this as a dance within this egoic world, you're dancing. Oh, who are you dancing with? All of the different aspects of consciousness. And then science says, well, who's conscious and who isn't? Is rocks conscious? And they get all excited about that. Doesn't bother me. This is the primary thing. Consciousness is everywhere and everything. In your body, all of the systems, now I showed the heart, I got the lungs in there, I got the tummy in there, I have the digestive system, I have the lungs, all your nervous system is in here, and it's all interconnected. Not one thing happens that does not affect the whole system, the whole body. So this is one system, all interconnected. You can't make a move without everything else being affected. Whether you have a new knee put in or whatever you do, it's going to affect the whole system. You can't do anything like free will. Oh, I can take a finger off and it won't hurt my hand because I decided to do that. No, it's going to affect you. Everything affects everything else. Now, in the egoic world, you say everything is separate, so you say, well, I can do what I want to do. And but here's the thing. In the egoic world, you have to pay the consequences of going against social norms and the law of the land. So knowing that there are consequences, it will affect what you do. And since it affects what you do, it's not free will. You are being influenced by forces outside of you, always. Now, so we have this infinite field, this ocean, and you're in the ocean, and you're intimate. All the systems in the ocean are all one system. The ocean, or consciousness, is all one thing. It is a living entity, and you're inside of it. And here, part of that is your body. Inside your body, all these systems There's no holes in your body either. There's no place where there's not something. And you might begin to think, now we talked about out here, we talked about the body, you might begin to think of the Hermetic principle as above, so below. As within consciousness, so within the body. Everything is interconnected and relates to everything else. Now out here we have nature. That's how I drew a tree to represent nature. So this is nature. And in nature, everything is interconnected. There's not one species. There's not one fly. There's not one insect. There's not one animal that is not supposed to be there at the time they're there. It's all interconnected. It's all one living system. And we're connected to that because we come from nature. We survive because of nature. So we are interconnected. Now you can choose to destroy nature, and in some cases we have, and again, we must live with the consequences. So our free will is not so free. It always, when we move left, somebody else must move right, so that we dance together. And everything is in balance and connected. Now when you begin, now you're not going to see this in the illusion, because the illusion, its belief system is everything is separate and I can do what I want. You can't, and you never could. From coming out of the womb to when you go back to the earth, you're always being pushed and shoved by the whole system. Now you might think you're riding above it because you got a lot of success, you got a lot of other things, but it's all interrelated. You can't do anything by yourself. You can't even be on a desert island by yourself. You are related to nature, you are related to the ocean, you are related to the things inside of your body. There is no free will. Now, you might think about at any particular time, I think about it like a kaleidoscope. If you look down a kaleidoscope, you look down it and you see a certain world or you see certain patterns. Then you take the lens and you move it a little bit. A new world. You move it again, another world. And that's what we are. We're in this, and every time we move something, the whole world moves. Every time we make a decision, the whole world, the universe, rebalances based upon our decision. How important are we in this magnificent system? Oh. Now I put down here, everything is connected. Everything is connected. And this is a dance that we do. And who's our partner in this dance? Consciousness. In all of its many forms. And we have many partners, but we're all dancing. And for us to dance to that cosmic music, everything has to flow together. Everything is one system. Universe. Unity, one verse, song. One song, one dance, one music. that we are all dancing with. And some of us could do a better job. For the rest of us, let's see what the Course in Miracles says. And I'll have it up here again, as I usually do. And here's what the Course says. In my own mind, behind my insane thoughts of separation and attack, is the knowledge that all is one forever. That all is one song forever. In the illusion, you'll never see it. If you want to see the one song, you have to change your vision. To change your vision, you have to change your belief system. To change your belief system, you have to heal the past. You can't change the past because there's no past to change. There's nothing physical or real in the past. All you have is memories in the present. And to change those memories in the present, you have to reframe your interpretation that you made of your past life experiences and forgive yourself for what never happened the way you think it did. Oh, and that's another video that we made a while back, and I'll try to find it and reference it. So, beyond the illusion, we dance one dance. Beyond the illusion, we are embedded in consciousness. Beyond the illusion, we will be able to see and recognize everything is connected. Everything is one. And so when you look at your brother or your sister, you are seeing not them, but aspects of yourself. And you can change those. There's much to talk about here in the illusion. But give this some thought, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time, right here in the illusion. Bye now.
C'est au beau clair de la lune, le soir en m'y promenant.
C'est au beau clair de la lune, le soir en m'y promenant.
Dans mon chemin, j'ai fait rencontre d'une tendre et jolie brune. Dessous sa main, elle tenait, je ne savais ce que c'était.
Dessous sa main, elle tenait.